Hello, everybody. This is Mark with another special edition of Evolution of Warfare, and we are continuing on with the George W. Bush presidency. We are in year three, I believe. Yep, year three of his first term. And when we finished last, we just finished the Ally Rogue Group acts and the POTUS cabinet focus. And so now we're here on this particular deal here. Just as a reminder, we had several wars that broke out, and we've got three. One between Gulf states, Saudi Arabia and Yemen, Pakistan and India, and the United States and a rogue state in the Middle East, aka Iraq. So, again, remember they took an assassination attempt at Colin Powell and were unsuccessful, and they also were connected to a massive chemical weapons attack in the Washington D.C. subway system, and so we're going to town with them, and we're probably going to move in a heavy military unit to try to bring that conflict to an end. So, also we have a special guest with us tonight, my lovely wife, Mrs. Brandy. Can you say hello, honey?
Hello.
To my 84 subscribers and probably 3 listeners. So, so she loves George W. Bush, but she's probably going to throw some pot shots out for sure. But all right, so we go right here. One box again, our media relations. We're doing pretty good with that, but that drops one, and then we get 2 domestic actions. And so I believe we'd cleaned up everything. Yeah, we had from last time. So we're doing really well in our domestic arena. So let's see what I can do to what can be improved. So let's go up here to the domestic master actions and see what different things we can do. We don't, well, let's see, the economy. No, nothing happened to the economy, so we're good there. We don't have a domestic crisis. We don't have a domestic issue. I believe relations with Congress is still at the most it can be. Party fundraising and support. Party relations, I think we're maxed out on that one. There are no terror targets or terrorist groups in the United States. Oh, yes, we have tensions over here on the. We have tension counters. So we get 2 domestic actions. And remember, with the attack on the DC subway, we received quite a few. So our 2 actions, we are going to pay. We're going to pay a couple of action points. So that's going to allow us to remove 4 tensions. 1, 2, 3, 4. There we are, right there. We can clear all that mess off, and that will clean up the cabinet issues that we have. All right, let's drop those into the tensions box. So those are that's that particular step. Then we have the legislative segment, but of course, you remember with the attack on the DC subway system, there's a long recess for Congress, so there is no legislative segment this particular turn. So then that leads us to draw the one chit at least. Thankfully, we only have to do that. And here's something positive: we actually get to do a regional summit. So this is going to wind up helping out tremendously. So let's go up here to the world charts and go to page 3. And the next thing that we do is we get to roll to see what region to select the region for the summit. So let's see what we're dealing with here. And it's 2, so that's going to be Eastern Europe. Okay, determine the type of summit by the following criteria. If the regional crisis is 2 or higher, it is not. Or if there is a war, there is not. A level 4 terror group, there is not. Or any level rogue state in the region, there is not. It will be a security summit. Okay, so we're fine there. Stability is 4 or less. It is not. Otherwise, it will be a global issues summit. Make a regional alignment check for that region. Okay, so regional alignment is 5. So let's roll and see if we get a 5 or less. We get a 7. So that is a fail. We get a +1 dice roll modifier to this. Now we roll on the stable. Four plus 1 is 5. Nationalist agendas torpedo the summit, no progress. So nothing happened on that regional summit that we initiated. All right. So nothing pressing on that one. Now we do a focused national intelligence check. Deal with some of these terrorist groups that are around the world. Let's see here. Just to make sure that I didn't, even though I said did not have. Okay, that's correct. All right, perform national intelligence. Okay, so we have 2 of those counters, and they are over here in the Middle East and Africa. So we get a roll on both. So let's do the Middle East first. Hopefully we can deal with some terrorist groups here. Oh, we rolled a 10. Oh, man. Let's see. Okay, that's not bad. All right, move a level 3, 2, 1 in that priority to the gathering intel box. So we have that one goes there. All right, so that's Middle East. So we got them up on the gathering intel. In Africa, we rolled a 6. Okay, this goes to the... We already have them in the locating box. Well, so there's no change there. All right. Next. One action for each POTUS and each cabinet member. So let's go up there. And I think we're going to be able to get some extra actions. So each of these get 1. And we get to do diplomatic stuff on all of it. Let me see if there is a... Okay, they get a +1 action, they get additional stuff. So, Vice President gets 1, the Chief of Staff gets 1, and the Secretary of Defense gets 1. All right, so let's start with the President and see what we need to do here. Okay, media relations could probably be improved. We're doing good. Improve regional alignment. We may do that one. let's see here. We don't need to invite an ally. We're not going to ask any resignations. President Bush never did that until the second term when he asked Rumsfeld to resign. Let's see. Well, with Colin Powell getting an assassination attempt, I'm not going to send the president out on a world tour, but I think we can go to the UN and we can make a speech to create goodwill. So that's going to cost our action, or cost one action for the president. Let's go up here and roll a d10. And he gets an 8. We do not have the order, so there is no effect. So that is a loss on that particular action. All right, next, the vice president. And she can do diplomatic master actions. Here we go. All right. Let's take a look at the regional crisis levels. Central America needs some help. Eurozone needs some assistance. And, actually Asia Pacific. So we are going to try to pull back on this regional crisis. Now she does have a modifier for she has a +2 or -2 modifier for diplomatic actions. So a 4 - 2 is going to get us down to a 2. And is regional stability 6 or higher? It is. So that's a -1. So that's going to drop us down to 1. That regional crisis goes back 2. So that's a success for the vice president. That's an outstanding situation there. So that's one of her actions. Then, I'm going to see if I can. We also need to get rid of Russian influence somewhere, and I think yes. Actually, well, no, they can't do it there. Yes, regional crisis is at 0, so I think at a 6 or level we can try to remove influence. Yes. Here, choose a regional alignment 7 or 8 or 6 if regional crisis is 0, and there is a regional crisis of 0 in Africa. So roll a d10 and a 1 to 6. There are no dice roll modifiers, so 1 to 6 straight up. We can get rid of this Russian influence here in Africa, which should be good. And there is a 6. Outstanding. So this goes back over here. All right, that is the vice president's second action. So that is very successful. And that means we get to lower the Russian influence in the world. So they are a little bit further back on their auto win for that. All right, so that's diplomatic actions. Next is going to be the chief of staff. Gets 2 actions, and looks like domestic is the only thing that the we have, I don't know there's anything they can do. Remove during an opponent and back to the draw cup. I guess we can try to discredit one of the last remaining opponents. So choose an opponent, roll 1d6, because there's absolutely nothing else we can do in the domestic front. We rolled a 1. Yeah, success. So there are no congressional opponents. We're doing really well in Congress. So we are running both houses of Congress. We have full bipartisan cooperation, and we have maximum relations with Congress. So we are doing very, very well. So that is going to be the Chief of Staff's first action, and there's nothing else the Chief of Staff can do. So, all right, now the Secretary of State gets an action. Let's go back over here to the diplomatic actions again. And it looks like we need to remove some more Russian influence, but we don't have the stability to do that, or a regional alignment to do that. But we could remove some Chinese influence. And I think we can do that. No, I don't think we have the alignment for that. Oh, there we do, in the Middle East. All right, so let's roll there. And we got a 3 minus the diplomatic. That's a 2. Back to a 3. Okay. Regional alignment, and we made that one so that China influence can go back. That's good, and that lowers them. And we cannot do anything about those bases. All right. Very good. So that was the Secretary of State's action. Now we get to deal with some of these military things. We get 2 actions there. We are going to actually move this Army Heavy from here to the Middle East, and it's going to be in transit. So that is our first action. But we cannot land it, so they're going to be in transit. So that's one action. The next action is going to be trying to deal with one of these terrorist groups. Okay, this is level 4 in Africa. So we're going to do a soft raid on that. And that is on page number 9. Go ahead and roll our dice, and then we'll do our dice roll modifiers. Nice. We rolled 2. He has a 2 on his... This is good. This is going to be really good. So we're at 2. We have U.S. Intel and Special Ops. So that takes it down to a 1. Takes it down to a 0 with the FNI counter. It is a +4 terror group. So that takes it back up to a 1. And that is it. So we have a major success, survivors scatter, decrease terror group by 2 levels from a 4 down to a 2. That is very good. And they go to the gathering box. Now use captured intel to make an immediate intel attempt against one other terror group in the region. Okay. So that we go back up here. To this. And we roll again. That is a 1. A 0 minus 1. So success. Place terror group in the gathering box. Oh, this is Africa. Okay. Place a terror group in the gathering box in the region's intel track. Or if it was already on the intel track, move the terror group 1 box to the right. So we're going to move that 2 from gathering to locating. Very fruitful. All right. So that finishes up those actions. Now we go to our next step. Any 4 diplomatic and or military actions. So we can keep rolling here. We are going to do probably 1 diplomatic action. Whoops. No, we'll do 2 diplomatic actions and 2 military actions. Okay. So let's see here. I probably need to move. I need to take care. We'll do the diplomatic actions first. So let's do. Oh yes, I remember now what we're going to do. We are going to do crisis relief in Central America. Ooh, that's 9 minus 1 is an 8, so no effect there. So we're going to try it again. And that's an 8 down to a 7. That's a no effect. So those 2 diplomatic actions were a failure. And then that leaves military. So we are going to flip that over for an action. So that heavy division is there to help with the war in Iraq. And then we are going to... Where is that level 4 at? Okay, so we're going to try our last action to get this level 4 in Central America to get it to targeting. So let's roll this. Oh. 10 minus 1 minus, so it's minus 1, it's a 9. That is no effect. So we did not do well there. All right. So that takes care of that step. All right, now we move to the 4th quarter of 2003. We're going to draw a crisis. Let's shuffle this up. And we get to draw one crisis card, and we're going to have to draw again. So let's go up here, shuffle. All right, let's flip the card and see what crisis we have. Oil prices spiked to record highs. All right. Americans outraged at higher than ever gas prices. Move energy into, or so +1 domestic crisis. Okay. -2 public approval, but we're still pretty high. Then move energy independence public priority counter to the #1 box. I guess Social Security is not an issue anymore. Okay, so that just, they flip from each other. And guess what? We have a bill for energy independence. So that will help with that if we pass that bill. That's a good thing, I suppose. Place a worsening economy counter on the status of economy for Eurozone and China. Okay. For Eurozone and China. So that goes there. And that gets removed. And then an economy improving marker goes up to Russia. Why? I have no earthly idea. Okay. If China is at posture 1 in U.S. relations with U.S. Okay, let's get this card over by China. If China is at posture 1, which it is, yep, and relations is 3 or greater, it is that. China requests increased purchases of natural gas and clean energy tech and equipment from the United States. If you agree to the sale, place an economy improvement counter in the U.S. and China. Place a trending pro-U.S. counter on China's relations. That would move that up. Okay. Depends. Do I want to hack off the Chinese or not? No, I think I will. I think I'll agree. We're already at maximum. I think we're already at maximum economy. Yep. Back over here. So we get to place a economy improving on China. And a trending, so that moves that. We'll move back to being trading partners. +1 legacy point. Well, I'll take that. Which Bush is doing really well. I think he's going to pretty much secure his re-election. So that's 14 legacy points in one presidency. That's pretty good. Okay, I think that card is done. Yep. That wasn't a bad one. So that's good. Reshuffle. Now let's pick out another crisis. Oh, draw 2 crisis cards. All right, flip. Bureaucratic incompetence. interagency and interpersonal issues are hampering your effectiveness. Place one tension counter on POTUS cabinet focus. So that goes on oh, 6-1, okay. And then roll a d10. Okay. We have a 3. Intel issues. Move the terror group in the highest intel box worldwide down by 1 box. Oh, you've got to be kidding. In the highest intel box. Looks like we have 1 there. We have 1 there. We have 1 there. And we have 1 there. Okay, well, let's see what region we pick here. Region 8. Africa. Move that down 1. Okay. Well, that stinks. Next crisis card. Radicals in Congress directly challenge president. -1, relations with Congress. Really? All right, make a presidential prestige check, which I have to roll a 6 or less. We failed. -2 public approval. Takes us down to 62%. -1 action point. We're almost out of those. -1 to party relations if your party controls both houses, which they do. All right. 5 friends max, which we have 4, so we're doing good there. All right. And then -1, or no, we get a media slant. Okay. +1 public approval. That's good. Because the media is on our side. All right. Now we go down to final. We have to pull another one. 1 crisis card. These have not been too bad. I guess maybe I shouldn't say that before I flip this card. Domestic spying angers public and Congress. If you've already passed the individual's freedoms and equality, Greater Society Initiative, Advance 1, proceed to media slant resolution. Otherwise, -2 public approval. Man, we have dropped from 70 to 60%. -1 relations with Congress again. Man. Move privacy legislation. Okay, that is not on there, so I got to go over here and find it. Privacy legislation. There it is there. So that goes to, that's the newest one. Education reform drops off. And these all drop down. Okay. And then one tension counter on number 5. Okay. That was that one card. That gets us out of the crisis stuff. Well, that's good. That's not too terribly bad. Although our public approval dropped like a rock. All right. Now, any 3 actions. So we've got some domestic stuff that we can work on. Okay, we may not use any +1 action, although we can spend 2 action points, which I think I'm down to, no, I need those 2. All right, so we get 3 actions. All right. And I think we're going to do any 3 actions. Well, it looks like we need to improve our... Man. A domestic crisis, I suppose. Although... Yeah, I better deal with the domestic crisis. Okay. Oops. And we rolled a 4. Public approval is at 60%, so that's going to drop it down to a 3. I believe, yeah, that's a pass. That's good. So we can move that over. That's 1 action. So that takes care of that. Then we are going to I think we got to deal with this regional crisis situation in Central America. So let's go over to diplomatic actions and see if we'll do crisis relief. Eight. It's no effect. That's 1 action. Man, I just can't get this to work. 2, there we go. Let's see. Secretary of State is -1. So that drops it down to a 1. 1 or less by 2 boxes. There we go. Excellent. So that is 3 actions. Now I do core support check. And that is... that number, okay, up or down, according to your, oh, so that is, oh wait. party relations. Oh, okay. So that raises public approval up 3. Good, we're back to 66%. All right. Next. Okay, we roll a 1d10 and we can have terror or chaos. So much fun. Seven is going to be chaos. Yay. Increase the conflict status for a random conflict by 1 box. Oh, wonderful. Five. Okay, that's not too bad. It does not start a war. Roll a d10. Okay, roll a d10. A 1. Draw a new cascading event card from the unused pile and apply the results under C. Oh my gosh. Cascading events. Here we go. Apparently I have put my dog to sleep. Okay. All right. Place 2 tension counters on China and Japan. So that's... Okay. And then place it in the 2 pile. So that goes up to our cascading event into the second group. All right. Japan clashes with China over disputed islands. All right. Good. We don't have to do that table. Okay. So that is the chaos part. We have survived that one. Now we go up here and our next well, it's interesting. Missing one of my counters here. How does oh, because I put it up there. Okay. That needs to go down there. And here we are, finally, Ally Rogue Group B. Let's see who this is going to be. Page 5. We're going to be dealing with UK, Japan, and North Korea. All right. If I remember correctly, yes, I must choose Intel with Ally because of that terror incident that happened there. So, joint action, we are going to do Intel, locate any terror group in the region. They already are to the next level. We get 2 automatic successes, and so that's that, and then that comes off there. Okay, that's good. Then we get to I get 2 joint actions. Okay, yeah, there we go. Okay, now I think we are going to, we're good here. Stability. I think we're going to do the same thing and get 2 automatic Intel successes again and push those over to targeted. Then we go to the Great Britain unilateral action table. And it's a 6. There are, oh gosh, okay, we gotta count these things out. Where can I put these at? Oh, I guess up here. No effect, that's good. 1. 2. So there's 3. So plus 3. So 6 plus 3 is 9. There is no Russian influence in the Eurozone. There is a level 3 terror group. So that's another plus 1. So that's 4. That's going to be, raise that to a 10. Russia-NATO conflict status is at a 1. Greater than 1, no. And then there's a plus, so it'd be 11. Military budget hikes, deployment and training increase. Move NATO, Russia relative strength 1 box in NATO favor. Okay, or, ooh, I will do that instead. Well, dang. Okay, I could increase pro-U.S. side strength by 2 in a war. What would I do? Brandy, what do you think I should do? Should I equal to the Ruskies, or do I got that war against Iraq, do I bring additional British allies to our side? What should I do? What would you do?
Well, I think we should stay in Iraq.
Okay.
And stabilize it. And then get Russia.
Okay.
Russia and China at the same time.
All right.
But definitely finish what you started in Iraq.
Yeah, we got to finish. So that is
finish
going
well.
That's going to knock us up to 14 in our strength. That's going to increase our odds. So that's good. That's a good thing. All right.
Well, then maybe I'll run for president.
You should. Let's see. So that's 14. And there we go. That's going to help with that. All right, next is going to be activate Japan. Whoops. We do have terror group here, so we're going to do a raid against a terror group. All right. Kill the terrorists, the terries. Okay, we roll the dice. And okay, we got a 5. There is not a special ops or U.S. intel counter. There's not FNI. It is a no, it's not there. It is a nope. And there are none of that. So it's a straight up 5. Success. Decrease terror group by 1 level. So that's good. And flip that. And then move it to the gathering box. So we have reduced that terror group. That's good. All right. Next. Oh, we get one more. We do get one more thing. Let's... is there anything to do in that region? We could increase stability or alignment. Let's see. Regional crisis. Okay. Oh. We can remove... We do have... Yeah, there we go. We can remove up to 2 tension counters from Japan. 1, 2, 3, 4. We will do that. Okay. And now their unilateral action. Roll a die. Got an 8. Oh, I forgot to do... I need 2 tension markers to replace over here at the UK. And then these all... All right, Japan. +2. So we had rolled an 8. That is a 10. Half rounded down plus half rounded down their status. China versus Japan. So that's 1. So +3. 11. Cooperate with United States on secret high-tech weapons. +1 relative strength in Japan's favor on the China-Japan conflict track. And they're already at their highest level. And +1 to random U.S. strategic capability. Well, that's good. I'll take that. That's that one. Air Force Training and Tech. Very good. All right. Now we go to North Korea. Our favorite people in the world. Oh. Those tensions go back, and then they go, we get one back. Whoops. All right. Flip over any tension counters in North Korea. There are none. Roll a d10 and go to their chart. All right. They roll a 1, 0. Oh, multilateral sanctions, no effect. Okay, no effect. So we're at 0, DPRK, ROK. They are at 3. So 1.5, that's going to be +2. So that's at 2, and that's it. DPRK compliant. Remove all sanction counters on North Korea. Well, I'll be. When does that ever happen? So we've been able to accomplish something that no other president has been able to do. All right. If North Korea is at war, they are not. Now we check unstable states. So this is where we have, this is, let me see, unstable. Oh, I've got one up here in Eurozone. Hopefully we can get rid of that. All right. Roll a d10. That's a 10. Oh, crud. Stability. Oh, good. We have a 7. So that's a 10. That's an 8. Keep unstable state on map. Okay, I'd rather do that than it become a civil war. Okay, so that is that step. All right. 3 domestic actions. Okay, 3 domestic. All right, we're doing good in the economy. We don't have any lingering or domestic issues. We could improve our standing with Congress. Yeah, that dropped. I think we're going to do that. Roll a d6. All right, so this is one of my actions. And we roll a 3. It is currently a 6. +1. Okay, good. All right, that's one action. 2, I think we need to increase our... No, we're doing good there. Are there any tension counters? Oh, there are. Okay. We're going to get rid of these two. My other two actions are going to get rid of those two tension counters. All right. So that is that step. All right. Now we draw another crisis chit. Oh, my favorite thing to do. +1 crisis card. All right. Flip. Dollar fluctuates. Place, oh, that's not too bad, although I think our economy is maxed out. It is. +1 public approval, we'll take that. That's not bad. Back to 68%. If Eurozone, Russia, or China is 4 or less, okay, so let's go up here and look. No there, no there, and no there. Oh, we have to make a status of a, oh, okay, I gotta read the card is what I need to do. I need to do a 7 or less. And I get a 7, okay. So we passed all of that. And then we get media slant, because they're our friends. We get +1 public approval, which I think maxes our public approval back up. We're back up to 70%. Good old George W. Bush.
I'm still at 100.
All right, so that is that. Now we get to go to war progress, and Brandy's decision to add may tip the scales to end the war with Iraq in victory, or we can actually have mission accomplished. So we're going to go to war progress and pull that up here. So let's, we got 3 wars that are going on. That's going to be 15. All right, we got to determine odds. Our first war that we're going to work on is going to be the Gulf states and Saudi Arabia at war with Yemen. And so they have a strength of 5 plus our 2 for our carrier group. That is going to be 2-to-1 odds. So let's go to the chart. So the United States is involved in this. This is a air-ground war. So let's roll our dice here. And then we'll do our DRMs. And we roll a 3. This is in the Middle East, so we do have a +1 there. So that's going to take it to a 4. U.S. is the attacker. That is going to be a... Oh wait, that's a -2. So that drops it down to 1. There is not a heavy counter. There is an Air Force counter in Middle East, so that's going to be, so 1, 2, 3, that's a 0. Oh, this is, I think we're going to win this, take this one to winning. Combined influence is 2 or more. Let's take a look. No, because I think we got, oh, they have a 3, yeah. So they get a +1. Okay, so oh, wait a minute. There is a heavy group there. Okay, so U.S. is the attacker. That's going to be. Oh, there is a. Okay, I'm sorry. U.S. war and a FNI counter. There is. So that's -1. That's going to be. Takes it down to 2. And then we are the attackers. That's going to drop it down to a 1. There is a heavy counter. That's going to drop it down to 0. There is an Air Force counter. It's going to drop it down to -1. And it's going to take it to a 0. So let's go here. Odds are 2 to 1 with a we rolled a 1 or less. 1 left, 2 defender losses. 1 left, that's going to take that to there. And that is going to bring that down to a 1. And there is no asterisk there, so the war continues against Yemen. All right, that's not too bad. Next. This is Pakistan at war with India. Okay. And we are not involved in that. So they have, 5 to 1 odds. Oh my gosh. No, wait a minute. That can't be right. Oh, there we go. Okay, they're attacking, and it's going to be not good for Pakistan. All right. So this is going to be a guerrilla war. Automatic DRM to any guerrilla progress roll. +2. So it's just automatically a +2 on the guerrilla war. So no other modifiers. A 7 +2 is a 9. 1 right, 2 attacker losses. Defending forces win. So India has beaten the Pakistanis. And they are down to a 3. And that ends that war. Good for the Indians. So, go back up here. When a war ends, if the losing side is not, it's not a Rogue One state. Okay, so we remove. All right, we remove this conflict type. And conflict status and the war. That goes there. India at war. Pakistan at war. These come off the board. All right. Okay, move Allies conflict track back to status 2. So Pakistan and India. Is going to be there. Adjust relative strength in the Allies' favor. Allies, we get another legacy point. That's good. Boy, Bush just keeps racking up the legacy points. All right. And, all right, very good. All right. Now we go to the United States war against Iraq. And that is going to be this one here. So let's go back here. We have, I know we've got 14-3. 3, 6, 9, 12. That's 4-1 odds. Middle East. Let's roll our die. We roll a 7, down to a 6, down to a 5, down to a 4, down to a 3, back up to a 4. We roll a 4, a 2 to 4, and we are at 4-1 odds. 2 left, 2 defender losses, and we have won. We beat Iraq with Brandy's help there. Excellent. Okay, so that's good. So war number 3 is over. We just have one war on the board. Oh, that goes up there. And the United States won that one. So let's go back up to here. All right. It was a, what level? Oh, we have a level 3 rogue state. Oh, wait. Oh, this is the Gulf state. Okay, I see why that's there. Okay, yes, this was a level 3 rogue state. The war is over for now as the rogue state is dispersing, but the size of the rogue state allows it to relocate material and personnel resources and live in 2 smaller groups. Level 3 is 2 level 1 rogue states. Okay. But it keeps them from getting weapons of mass destruction. That's fine. 1, and we'll do another one there. All right. You may, if you wish, to go to war again with either or both of these in a future action, but for now, the war is over. Remove the war counter, -1 to regional crisis, which we already did. Award half the benefits listed under U.S. wins. Okay, roll a... Okay, I get +1 public approval, which I don't need. +1 relations with Congress. Half the benefits, rounded up. Okay, we'll take that. +1 media relations. +1 party relations. Wow, this is great. +1 legacy points. +16 for President Bush. Place a trending pro-US counter in the region. Well, that is going to... Yes. That's outstanding. All right. You may immediately move up to 2 U.S. units from the war's region, either home or to another region. Move any conflict track representing the combatants of this war back to the status 2 space. No, but I think we are going to get that Army Heavy back to the United States. So we'll put that there, and we will flip that into in transit. That's 1 unit. And I think we're going to take this Marine Corps. Although we have these rogue, we're going to leave the Marines there because we do have these rogue states. So, yeah, I think we're done on that. Very good. All right. So now let's go back here. Okay, for each current war now, for each civil war, we got to go down here and do this. So we have a civil war here in Central America. We roll a 1 die 10, and that's going to give us a 7. Oh. I do not have a goodwill action. Whoops, I lost my page. Oh, there we go. Okay, a 7. There aren't. Regional stability is at a 5. It is less than 5. No, it is not. So no further effect on that one. Let's see, are there any other civil wars? I don't think there are. No, there are not. So now we have 2 civil war ceasefires to deal with. One up here in Central America. And we got a 7. Fragile peace. No change to that counter. And then down here in Africa, who would have thought that I stabilized Africa before Central America? And there's a 1. 2 or less, permanent peace. We got, we have a regional, so it's 2 or less. Remove civil war, cease counter, decrease regional crisis by 1 box. So these 2 good. And outstanding. And I don't think we have any other civil wars. All right. Now, perform any four. Oh, wait a minute. Go back to the sequence chart. Yes, any four diplomatic and or military actions. All right. Well, we need to work on, let's see, I think we've got regional crises are in good shape. Really, Eurozone, I need to do relief crisis in the Eurozone. Let's roll. Oh, 10, 9, 8, no effect. 1, second action, 6, 5, 4, decrease by 1 box. Okay, I'll take that one. So those are my 2 diplomatic actions. And now we've got, I believe, 4, so we got 2 military actions. And we are going to, I want to do intel on this level 4 group in Central America. All right, and roll a d10. We got a 4. Yeah, success. That moves that guy over here. Whoops. And then we are going to do our second action is a soft raid, because we want to go to page 9, soft raid table. I'm guessing these are against drug cartels. We have a 7. We have a spec ops, so there. Oh, but we don't have an intel unit. There's not a focused FNI counter. It's a +1, so that's an 8. Terrorist alerted and move. Move it to the locating track. Okay. I mean, it is so hard to deal with that in Central America. We need to move some intel down eventually and do that. So we've done our 4 diplomatic and actions. Okay, we can do economic assistance. So we are nearing the end of the turn. Trending pro-US counter in 2 regions. So I think, yeah, there's one in Central South America. Oops, or Central South Asia. That will help there. And then I think I want to put in Eastern Europe to get that influence out of there. Yeah. All right. So and then I get benefits. I get +3 public approval, which I'm already maxed out. I get 2 action points. And I get +1 relations with Congress, which are already maxed out. All right, that takes us to our up here to draw a chit. And we're going to draw a crisis card. We are getting near Ending the end of the turn. Oh. That card goes back there. All right, let's flip that one. The past is prologue. A long, festering crisis resurfaces. Refer to the world WT3 and follow the procedure. Oh, crud. Page 21. A3, rogue action, Iran. Roll for rogue action, just like their action during the Allies. And rogue's activation for Iran. So we got to go over and do that. Let's see. All right. Iran action table. What are they going to do? And they roll a 2. Oh, Iran compliant. Move all sanctions. Oh, -1, so that's going to drop that to a 1. Oh, is Israel currently at war? No. 6 or higher. It's at 7. A +1 drives brings up 2, and so no, it is not. Remove all sanctions. Okay, well that's the best that could be. Oh, drop that in there accidentally. All right. Well, that's all right. Well, I'll take that. All right. Next. Draw another one. Draw 2 crisis cards. This is where this can kill you. This whole thing can just kill you. 1. Flip. Supreme Court Justice retires. Choose one of 2 types of party ideologue or moderate as your new candidate. Place the Supreme Court nominee counter. Okay. Where is that counter located at? Supreme Court. It's going to go. Let's read this again. Let's take this down here and take a look at this card. It's the first time we've had a card like this. So let's look at this a little bit closely. Choose one of 2 types, ideologue or moderate. I think we're going to pick an ideologue. We have the full Congress facing up in the 0 box in Congress. So we are going to need to make sure this gets passed before we lose before we lose that momentum by having the control of both houses. If you choose a moderate, left by 1 box and -1 party relations. If your party controls both houses, left 1 box. Okay. So that's going to give me a -1. And then you will vote on this candidate as you would a normal bill to represent confirmation hearings and final Senate votes. Once you get a roll that would pass the bill, the justice is confirmed. Roll an effects of legislation chart to determine Okay. So we have to wait till the next legislative session. Okay. So we're going to put this card over here. I just want to refer to that whenever we go to the next legislative session. Flip. Place 2 tension counters. Pakistan shells in. Pakistan just got beat, and here they are attacking India again. 2 India and 1 on China. Man. And then +1 regional crisis. Okay, but we don't have to. The cool thing is we don't have to increase their conflict track. All right, and then we do end of turn. Roll 1 through 4. We end turn. 5 to 10. We draw 1 chit. So we were just about done for the year 2003. We roll a 1. That is end of turn. And that means we go up and we do the perform end of turn operations. Bingo. All right. Cleanup. Place any draw, Russia and X2 or Russia and China acted. That's clean up. Okay. Crisis chits back to the chit cut. Oh, come on, get back in there. Get back in there. Regional Summit. That wasn't a bad turn. We're slowly getting some international stuff resolved, which is good. Which is very, very good. Okay, I think I got everything. Oh, there's that one. We'll drop that one down there. That was a bad one. So the next legislative segment, we're going to try to get that Supreme Court justice moved through. Flip over the 4 ally groups and drop them in there, and we shuffle that. Okay. Move all bills in the past and signed bills to the unused. Wait, okay, let's go up here to bills. Okay, move all bills in the past and signed bills this turn to the unused bills box. Okay. Past and signed landmark bills this turn to the landmark. Okay, nothing there. Oh, past legislate. Okay, past and signed bills this turn to the unused box. Okay. Okay. Landmark bills. Okay, place a trending anti-U.S. counter in Russia and China. Always love that. So that's down to distrust. And that's that. All right. Adjust public priorities. All right. I don't think we're going to change any of our. Although, I think we're going to bring. I think our military. Let's go back over here. Let's go back over here. Oops. I think we're going to move education reform out. We're going to move. Oh, I have to keep that. No, that's my campaign promise. I think we're going to move expanded military out and immigration reform out, and we're going to move in energy independence and infrastructure upgrades. Yeah, there we go. All right. All right. Now we do consequences. I think we are getting near the end of our time. So we're going to do consequences and the beginning turn stuff on the next, and maybe the first here on the next one. So thank you all for joining our edition, and we will catch you next time.